Guys, so I enjoy passing some time with practicing calligraphy. It takes a good bit of effort and some practice. However, there's different types of calligraphy that is out there. You can go on the internet and look up some how-to videos, but I made this little sheet for us to just give a practice and try. So I'm kind of came up with different sorts of calligraphy. You have your regular calligraphy where everything's about the same angle. They all hit at the same height. Bouncy is a little different where they come below the line, above the line. They're at a little bit different angles. Flourish is basically all the curlies. So when you have flourishes on letters, those are just the name for all the little curly cues that come off the letters. This is faux. So faux calligraphy is basically when you fake thickness in the letters. So if you can tell the difference between this one, it's just the same type of line throughout the whole word, but here we have different thicknesses to kind of show that we put a little bit more pressure there. So that's kind of faking, putting more pressure down to create different line weights. And then modern is a little bit of a combination of a few. So you have a little bit of flourishes here, you have the faux design, and you have kind of the bouncy effect, and you can just play with it. I wrote a couple tips up here. What I like to do is I'm not the best yet at it so far, so I like to sketch out my letters and my words before I trace it with marker. And then another really good way to practice is to find a font that you like on the internet, type out a word, and then you print it out and you can trace it. So I will show you what I did. So I try your name. It's probably the one word or all the letters that you write the most ever in your life. So you should, it should come easy to you. So I kind of sketched out some examples here. So with the regular, my pen, hold on, sorry guys. So with the regular, it's basically one thickness, and all of your letters are about at the same angle. So this is kind of like when you learned how to write in script and your handwriting books. It's about how that goes. So bouncy is, I'm going to dip lower from the middle line. I'm going to go up to the top line and then go below, kind of go up again, cut that one short, go high, kind of just play with it. I'm not exactly following my sketch either, so it's kind of more like a guideline there, and I kind of just play with that one. The flourish one is almost my favorite because you get to kind of do all kinds of swirlies, and you get to play with how your letters connect. So if you see on the word flourish here, I used the dot of the I to start the H, and I kind of did the same with my I and the D. And you can just put all the curly cues you want on there. And it's super fun. So this, you don't have to do it all in one stroke. And my favorite is like Y's and letters that go below the bottom line, because those you can make extra curly. So with faux calligraphy, you basically, you're gonna do one of these sorts of styles, but you're gonna take your pen and you are going to make all of the lines that you press downwards. So you wouldn't make the lines that you go up, those won't be thicker. The lines that you go down will be. So that's why the bottom of the I is, this part of the N is gonna be thicker. That part of the N won't be, but this part will be. And you can kind of play with what side you make thicker or not, depending on how much room you leave yourself. So this one you kind of want to write a little bit wider than you normally would so that you have room to make the letters thicker. And go back through, and then you just basically color in those little sections that you made thicker. And it looks like you used a calligraphy pen. In some places, some people like to leave that open, which is a kind of style that if you like the way that looks, you can do that too. And then last but not least is my modern style. So I liked some of the flourishes that I used in this style, and I'm kind of combining that bouncy style with it. There's a lot of YouTube videos. That's how I kind of got started, watching videos online of people writing different things, and just watching what other people do kind of inspired me to try it out myself and learn how to do it. See, so some people will leave it like open like that, but personally I like to color it in, especially because sometimes it hides your mistakes if you mess up a little bit. You just take your time and relax. Write some inspiring messages and show us your videos. Thanks, guys.